Get out your colored pencils and create this awesome name design that uses shading and blending to make your letters look so 3D they pop off your page. You can keep your lettering really simple. You can be inspired by graffiti like me, bubble letters. You could even do your initials, your full name, or any message or words that has meaning to you. You can get real fancy and get out your Prismacolors, but I'm using Crayola, just the basic 12-pack of colored pencils that you will find on most school supply lists. They're inexpensive, they're easy to find, and you can mix and blend a wide range of colors just with the basic pack of 12. Go ahead and get your piece of paper, your pencil, and a ruler if you want, and let's get started. I always recommend finding something to look at. So if you search bubble letter alphabet, graffiti letter alphabet, or whatever you're inspired by, and then click images, you'll see a whole bunch of different alphabet sets that has each letter in that style. Once you have your inspiration in front of you, I always recommend starting with a pencil and have a good eraser handy. You might prefer to use a ruler. Rulers make me feel bad about myself, so I'm going to freehand it lightly with a pencil. So you might be someone who's really good at lettering and you do this a lot, or you might feel overwhelmed. So work at your skill level. You can keep your lettering really simple, or you can find some really crazy alphabets on the internet. You can even make up your own. So be as creative as you feel comfortable with. Make sure you're drawing lightly because the colored pencil will cover up most of it, but you want your pencil marks not to be distracting. I'm going to write out the letters art. That is not my name, but I think it's a great number of letters. It's 3, so I feel like I can show you the technique 3 times, and I'm drawing it large because I only have 3 letters in my word. If you're doing your name and you have a long name like Samantha or Bartholomew, you might be feeling like, wow, this is a lot of work. So you could always do your initials. It doesn't have to be your full name, but it would look super cool, your full name written out in this style. Trying to not get too worked up on it being perfect, but just enjoying the kind of loose style of my lettering. Having an eraser is really handy because you're loosely carving out your letters and it might not be perfect the first time. So you can use your pencil eraser, or I'll put in the description box this Factus art eraser. I'm obsessed with it. It's my favorite. And I'm using that to clear out my large areas that need more erasing because I don't want pink marks all over my paper. Now for the fun part, adding color. So as you can see, I have a 24-pack and a 12-pack of colored pencils, but I'm going to show you that you can use just the most basic art supplies to make your art look amazing. And I'm going to do a cool color scheme, mostly blue, but I want it to have a little bit of green and kind of go to that warmer green or yellow-green color. So the first choice you need to make is what color do you want your letter to be? So start with a base color, and for me, it's going to be blue. Feel free to copy exactly what I do or adjust it for whatever color scheme you're interested in. The first step is really simple. You're going to press down pretty hard to get a dark value, and value is the darkness or lightness of a color. So we're going for dark around the edges so it looks 3D. So first you simply outline it. You're committing to the shape of your letter. I do like to go back once I've committed and make sure my pencil lines are erased just in case they show up when I start shading. So shading is using those light and dark areas to create depth to make something look 3D. So I'm going to shade darkest. So my darkest value is going to be on my outside edges, and then I'm going to shade in. This blue is a pretty dark color compared to maybe yellow or orange, and so pressing down as hard as I can is going to get a really nice dark blue. It's not going to be as dark as black, and this will be the step where you might have to sharpen your pencil, you might break your lead. You're pressing down hard without ripping through your pencil or your paper. So as you go from your outside edge, you're pressing in, not the whole way, just a nice thick line. You're gonna start to shade lighter. So if you've never done a value scale before, click the link above and I'll show you how to make a value scale using colored pencils. So you can see up at the top here how it's darkest at the top corner, then it gets to kind of like a medium, and then to more of a light blue. So there's your shading using value, darkest, medium, lightest, and we are gonna leave some areas white. Every letter will react a little bit differently, but since I'm going from the outside in, I'm trying to leave the fattest or thickest areas of the letter white, or at least my lightest blue. step where most of your hard work is done. You have to be more thoughtful in this step about your areas of light and dark and pressing down. Blending your color will be easier because you're laying down the framework for your shading. So you're going to follow the map of light to dark that you're creating with your base color. So it is important to slow down and to make sure you're happy with your shading, because once you blend other colors on top of it, they're going to follow and mimic the way you applied your first or base color. So you can see I'm leaving these areas pretty white, and it already looks pretty 3D. It definitely has shading. It's effective to where it looks like a three-dimensional shape and not just a flat letter. We're not going to make things basic. It's time to pick your second color. You want to pick something that has harmony or goes together with your first color. So I could have picked violet. There's a lot of choices I could have made, but I like this green. There is a lighter blue in here, but I thought the green would tie in with the blue, but also give it a little bit more of a vibrant color. So you can see I'm pressing down lightly. So I'm doing more of like a medium value. I'm not pressing down as hard, and I'm not covering up those lightest areas. So I'm still pressing down harder on the edges, but you can see that this letter is still very blue. So your first base color is your dominant color, and this green just gives it a little bit more dimension and a little bit more interest. If you feel like your color is losing its dominance or you want to go back, you can adjust your color by going back and forth between whichever colors you're using. If I want it darker or I want it more blue, I can go back and visit that color. If I want it more green, I can press down harder and use green for a more dominant color. It just depends on what you're going for. I do always like to go back to the base color and make sure that it blends with the green and they have a nice blended interaction. Picking a third color is going to be the color that ties everything together. I could have done light blue, but I want this to have more of a yellow green. So I think this yellow really makes that green stand out. And I just think yellow is such a great color for giving it this nice pop. And look how it looks in the white areas. It just gives it a really nice three-dimensional effect. Blend really lightly with your third color. This is going to be just a color that blends everything together because you've already done the hard work of shading. I love to blend everything together with white. So once you've laid down 3 colors and blended, white makes everything have this kind of like milky or creamy effect, and any like scratch marks or uneven in your shading pencil marks will be blended together. So white is a great color to use for blending. It's not going to be pure white unless you leave the white of your paper, but it definitely gives it a nice smooth effect. Just like adding white makes everything lighter, I can't help it when I do lettering. I want to go back and add black. Now keep in mind, I'm not just doing an outline. This is going to enhance my darkest areas of shading that the blue could never get that dark by itself. So the first step is to outline with black, but you're not going to stop there. You're going to shade into the blue so it looks three-dimensional. And right now it kind of reminds me of like balloon letters. That's how 3D it should look. Your darkest dark around the edges, because remember, we shaded from outside in, so it looked like a three-dimensional letter. So start by outlining, and then you're going to press into the letter with the black into that darkest blue area, so it's not just a line, but it's a 3D shaded area. Once I'm done with the black, I always like to go back to that base color to blend it, and so it's not just black, but it has a nice blend, and that blue gets like navy or as dark as it can. Anytime you can blend 2 colors together, it's going to strengthen your color scheme. So going back with my blue is a great final detail, and I have to say, this letter is making me really happy. I feel like it's so 3D. I'm happy with the colors that I used, and I'm ready to move on in just a minute to my other 2 letters. Okay, done. Let's speed things up, and I'm going to do my second letter twice as fast as you saw me do it before. Man, look at me go. So remember, I sped the video up. I'm not actually drawing this fast. I'm doing a different color scheme, this time starting with my violet, and the steps are exactly the same. Outline your letters first, pressing down pretty hard because remember, this is the step where you shade. Erase any pencil lines that you think will be in your way, and then start shading darkest on the outside and fade lighter in. Try to have at least 3 values: darkest, medium, lightest, and really 4 because leave some areas white. Do this all the way around your letters, leaving the whitest and lightest areas the fattest part of your letter. Remember, this is the step where you're putting in the most work. You're pressing down the hardest, you're spending the most time laying in those values, really paying attention to shading. This is where you make your letter look three-dimensional. All the other colors are really fun and make it come to life, but this is the work. It takes time, and your hand might hurt a little bit. Feel free to turn your paper as you go, whatever makes sense with your hand, to make sure that you can really press down and get a nice smooth, I almost said shave, a nice smooth shade. There we go, finally. Now that I've put in the work with my base color, I'm going in with color number 2. This time I'm choosing red. Red and blue make violet, so I'm really enhancing the warm nature of this violet or purple that I have on my paper. You could have used light blue, you could use green, whatever color you think works best. I want this to connect to my first color, so there is some cool colors there, but I want each letter to have a different color scheme. I'm really loving how this red and violet work together. If you're unsure of what colors to use, that's what a sketchbook is for. Practice mixing colors and shading and blending until you find your perfect color combination. You can see I am pressing down really hard on the edges. I don't want to cover up my purple, but I want to keep shading, keep going from dark to light from outside in. Same thing goes with my light area. I will say I've covered up a lot of my white, which I'm not super upset about. It's not ideal, but I'll make it work. So even with your second color, you don't want to cover up all your white space, and press down really lightly in your light areas so that it's not just a flat letter. My third color, I have a couple choices. I could do this red-orange, or I could do this lighter blue. I'm going with lighter blue because I think that red-orange was a little too similar to the red. This blue is a nice light color, and I think it blends everything together really nicely, just like the yellow did. There's unity or togetherness in my color scheme. However, each color gives its own input or its own splash of identity. Remember to press down lightly with this color, and the third color is great for bringing everything together and covering up any of those pencil marks that are rough. Another color that does that is white, so always go back with your white to blend everything together to give it that unity that you're looking for and to enhance your lightest areas. It's not paint, it's not going to be pure white, but it does a great job blending color and getting a lighter value at the end of your color spectrum. Black is going to make this thing jump off the page. So remember, take your black and outline first, going all the way around your letters. And this is also a great way to keep your letters nice and smooth. So if you kind of didn't stay inside the lines, or you're not happy with the shape, you can use your black colored pencil to really tighten up your lettering and make it look just completely finished and three-dimensional. Once you're done outlining, go back and shade. So you press down hard on the edges, but you blend into your violet or whatever color you use for your base color. So it shouldn't just look like a line, it should look like a shadow, like a shaded area that goes from dark to light. Once you do this with your black, remember to always go back to your base color, overlap on top of the black so that everything blends together nicely and has just a really thick application of color. I'm really happy with how my colors work together. It almost looks galaxy, and I think I chose the right colors for this letter R. Since this is the third time you've seen me do this, let's speed this up to superhuman time-lapse speed. Same exact techniques. Base color, outline, do your work. Shade from dark to light with that base color. Pick a second color that is in the same color family, and then that third color to tie everything together. White is going to blend and smooth. Black is going to give it that nice shadow to make it pop off the page. Now, black and red are very different, so going back over with the red is going to make this look so much more dynamic. And done. 3D lettering using a variety of colors with just Crayola colored pencils. If you're interested in more colored pencil tutorials, check these out and check out my website, thatartteacher.com, for full-length lesson plans and student examples. Thank you so much for sticking around and making art with me, and I'll see you next time.